Easy. Now, I've made no secret of the fact that I absolutely bum G1 crankcase. But much as he means to me, he's hardly prime material for a fresh toy. I mean, my other Kitty Faith Battle Trap just got botcom to make good on his triple changing potential, but what's Caseface got going for him? He's just a dumpy little van man with some guns on, and he's already had one unsatisfying repaint, so I imagine that's probably a lot. Until that his unofficial upstarts Mech 5 unveiled Gauntlet, who was their crack at an IDW Iron Fist fella, because the world needs that. Along with a Deceptor version based on old Crank Sinatra himself, because... Anyway, Mech 5 promptly fell off the planet or something, and it was up to Mech Ideas to take up the gauntlet and add them to their already rad roster of smaller smashes and wrecker fellas. This is Mech Ideas Demolition Crüe Piston. Yes, indeed, this doomy little lump of grump's doing his level best to channel the old tragic trigger con. I mean, he's clearly carved from a space-type Iron Fist bod with this single massive fender boob, but he's at least rocking the dirgy rainy day colours and a cock-on bug-eyed noggin with a scowl so grim it's sucking his face into it. Size-wise, he's punching a stoutly scoutly stature, and he's actually fairly limber for a little fatberg. Arms are properly pudgy with some friggin' giant joints. Joints? Because of the transformation though, they're all a bit ass backwards, so you don't really get much of a curl. But with these unstoppable shoulders and the handsomely human hands, I imagine you'll probably squeeze by. Feet are some comically colossal clompers with weirdly saggy knees. Like they're almost ankle height. And I literally just noticed he's got a waist swivel. Get in. Bit heavy on the old grey flap up the back, but at least keeps itself busy with all this gear on the go. Yes, indeed, check out Piston's pistols, which you can swish around for action fight gun times. Or you can pair them up with this Iron Fist carryover H-phaser thingamabob for some gimmick echoing back mountage. Check it out, they can also awkwardly peg into these tiny shoulder holders for the full flip over effect. Because I mean, they're not going to motorise it, that's stupid. But it's gratifying enough that you can at least do something similar. Arm ports are on the go as well for this sweet little Astro buckler and an uncharacteristically badass double-double Megatron side gun assault. So yeah, the robot mode's a bit of a dank case. He's just a fun little fatbag who fills a gap and takes no crap. Cracking play value, slamming plastic. Tons of character, Crüe spelled the rock way and the Guitar Hero fun, and even his name's in-universe dick slang, Shabba Cranks.
Stop beating yourself! Stop beating yourself!
Transformation's a smidge more involved than you'd expect from such a tiny babe. Like the upper arms snuggle extremely snugly into a pokey little pocket in there, and you've got these cheeky Adidas lines judging you for not lining the lid up perfectly. And the alt mode's where it gets super obvious he just wasn't built for cranking. I mean, it could be a Cybertronian mode, but it's just a hair too Physitron flavoured to truly stand in for the old Jeep dog. Still though, how can you not love it? It's just a fresh little Fatmobile with like black baby wheels that look like they're just about holding its weight. Somehow it reminds me of an elderly hamster. Once again, you can pile the gear on the roof rack for a troublemaking twin turret and a bonus Zen robot frog deity. And that's pretty much your Piston, and I like him a piston. Honestly, it's a really nice change to have a go on a third-party toy that's not trying to be some huge deal. It's perfectly happy just to be the doofy little squirt down the front of your Decepticon B team. But you do have to wonder why they'd choose Crankcase for the repaint when they could so easily have gone for a more bankable beef bot like Ironhide or even Swindle. I mean, I like him, but does anyone else? Because like I got this guy cheap in the Kapow clearance back in November, and he's still half price. Is the Crankcase fanbase really so niche that it's actually just me? But whatever got us here, I'm super stoked that Mech Ideas had the stones to make this happen. Thank you for being so bold. Cranks a lot.
Be sure to subscribe for more Thew's awesome Transformers reviews. Robocentric Vocabugasm.